Y'all, I finally have my intro. Of course, I say I have an intro, and then it doesn't work. I know nothing about computers, cars, any of that shit. Michelle's gonna have to save me as usual. Thank you, Mama Beeve, and I'm gonna have to make my own. Okay, so, first of all, I'm sick and trying to stay hydrated because the day before the election, I actually went and stood in the rain from about 1:30 to 8 just to hear the new president-elect of the United States speak. Totally worth it. Totally worth the cold. I don't care. And yeah, he came to speak in Charlotte, North Carolina, a state which he won. That is right. Thank you, all of you honky North Carolina residents. You are the best. He won by a very slim margin, but he still won, which is vaguely reminiscent of Prop 8. I was actually sitting here talking about Prop 8, more like bitching and ranting about Prop 8, and how ashamed I am of the millions of people who voted for it. And then I'm sitting here upset because I've had to do this many times. Yeah, so like an angel of whatever God you believe in, this courier came and knocked on my door, and look what I got. Look at what I got. Ah! Oh, how sweet, right? I know. You're probably thinking, wow, Leah must be really good in bed. And you are correct. But more importantly, I'm going to marry my girlfriend who, thank you for those flowers, whether you like it or not. Fuck you bastards. Okay. Yeah. So that made me feel better. And it made me realize that, it is not going to help me or anyone else to be angry. And instead of getting angry and ranting, I'm going to channel that energy into educating myself, which is what I've been doing since Prop 8 passed. So, for example, I've been thinking about this whole idea of protecting marriage. And my first thought is, like, if you are a straight person in a marriage and you feel threatened by gay marriage, you are A, pathetic, and B, in a shitty marriage. And statistically speaking, if you get a divorce, the group that does that the most, that has the highest divorce rate, is evangelical Christians. Probably because you're all hypocritical dumbasses. That's right, I said it. I know Michelle said be sensitive, but fuck you people. Anyway. Love the sin or hate the sin. You people are fucking stupid, but I still love you. I just feel bad for you and your children, who are probably stupid too. Where was I? Oh, right, not being angry and educating myself. So, actually, interestingly enough, the group with the lowest divorce rate is in fact atheists and agnostic people. Not saying anything, just giving you facts. Let's see, also, there are 4 states in the South with the highest rate of divorce, mainly because they get married young. Like, I don't know, Bristol Palin, not in the South, but still the same type of person, just way up north. And hopefully she's already gone back. Sorry. And who wants to bet she's not going to marry that loser hockey guy? No way. No way. Anyway, I'm done. I was just pointing out that if you want to protect marriage, protect it from your own goddamn selves. And not from me and my homo girlfriend and all those homo wives and husbands and partners that want to get married and you assholes don't want them to because you're insecure, you're afraid, and you're ignorant. Okay. I had to make a list because there's so much. And I'm sure I'm going to have to tape this again because I've said something rude and I'll feel bad and I'll be editing and I'll be thinking, okay, that was probably too much. Okay, when were people rude? Some of the rudest stuff, I think, is when, like, for example, when people use the word friend because they don't know what word it is. And it's usually harmless. It's just they don't know the word you want them to use, so they just kind of give you that look of vaguely not knowing what to say, and then they just say friend. That's really annoying to me. My dad does that sometimes still, and I'm just like, Dad. And I know he's not uncomfortable with it at all. I don't know if he forgets, but then I have to be like, no. Anyway, oh yeah, the second thing, I don't know if other bisexual women have to deal with this, but if you date a woman, date a man, and then date another woman, it's like you have to come out all fucking over again. dropping my shit. Oh, and the last one, I think that society and our culture over-sexualizes gay people, specifically, like, lesbian, bisexual women having sex, and so they feel more comfortable talking about your sex life with you because of that. Like I would never say to a guy friend about his girlfriend, like, hey, you know, if you ever want a third, if you ever want me to properly fuck your girlfriend, call me. You know, I wouldn't say that because that's rude. But some men, my male friends specifically, feel very comfortable saying things like that, at which point I embarrass them because, you know, that makes sense. How do we avoid situations where we feel unsafe or uncomfortable? Actually, I love elections because every year then you have a map, a color-coded map of where people you don't want to be around live and vote. So here's a good example. It's very detailed. Just stay away from the red. Here. Okay, so, yeah. If you don't want to be around ignorant people, steer clear of that color. It's very easy. Very easy. Where do you feel safest out? I don't go places I don't feel safe for any reason. It has nothing, I mean, if, you know, even if it has nothing to do with being gay, just, you know, don't go there. I feel safe out anywhere I am, because, yeah. Okay, the religious side of coming out, I've been an evangelical Christian. That was sad. I've been a Catholic. I actually had positive and negative experiences in the Catholic Church. More positive than negative, and obviously they have problems, but, you know, like, for example, most Catholics voted for Obama, even though he's pro-choice. Because if you get a lot of them, and this applies to any religion, really, I think, on an individual level, they're usually not as fucked up as their dogma would suggest, right? So I had a lot of Catholic people who were accepting, and I knew other gay Catholics. At this point in my life, I wouldn't go places like a church where I feel like I couldn't hold my girlfriend's hand, or I feel like it would have to be a secret. It needs to just be perfectly fine and not an issue. I occasionally go to the UU church. It was really funny. The first time I went, I saw a ton of people from Atheist Book Club there. We're like, hey, what's up, you know? Interesting to me. And I do miss Mass occasionally, just because it's, I don't know, it's still part of my identity, but in terms of, I wouldn't put money in the collection plate. I'm not going to give them money to fuck my life up. And I certainly wouldn't go there regularly and be a member, and I certainly wouldn't raise my kids there. No, thank you. I guess that's it. Have I ever felt unsafe? I think I told a story once of coming out to a skinhead. That was kind of scary, but no, I don't. I've never really been, like, physically attacked. I feel attacked by people's ignorance, but that's just more, like, emotional and, you know, that's distress on a different level. Like, it upsets me when people are worthless douchebags with limited intelligence, but nobody's ever, like, you know, firebombed my house. Yeah, okay, whatever. Have a good weekend, and if you live in a red state, I'm sorry. I would come to visit you, but I now live in a blue state, so you should come visit me. So excited. Anyway, bye guys, have a great weekend, like I said.